is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for June 18th, 2021, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a reverse aging health call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. A lot of people, there's a lot of talk about the 5D transition and, what the 5D is and, access to 5D consciousness. How do you do that? One good quote by Sidney Harris is, "The time to relax is when you don't have time for it." The time to relax is when you don't have time for it. And the 5D consciousness is a process. You're peeling back many layers of your ego to experience your true radiant self. And the ego has many layers. And to drop into this enlightened state right now takes absolute, total surrender to what is. This begins with letting go of all efforting to get somewhere better than here now. Letting go of all efforting to get somewhere better than here in this very now. And start opening up and playing with the life like a curious kid again. What is here now, right in this now, is the God source. What could be better than that? Being aware of the totality and perfection of this moment will bring us all closer to 5D awareness instantaneously. We already have unlimited potentiality, endless energy resources, and an exquisite imagination available to us on the inside. And this is all about learning how to use it and to let your mind be free from all of its apparent limitations. And only then we can know true freedom and know what it is like to be the master of our minds. One of the greatest cosmic jokes of all is that on a deeper level, our true spiritual presence is already abiding in the enlightened state. And this is who we really are. And when the mind is silent and still, we are already free from all our imaginary suffering. We may leave the experience of suffering at any time by simply quieting our mind chatter. And we all know what the mind chatter is because none of us are exempt from it. It's 24/7 relentless. Tens of thousands of thoughts constantly coming and going. And the majority of those thoughts are not ours. Those are thoughts from people that when we were growing in these bodies that we heard, that we absorbed, what we were told. They're not our thoughts. We already have the pass to get out of jail. So all we can choose to do is free our minds from all attachment to desire. That's a toughie for a lot of people, is to free our minds from all attachment to desire. It doesn't mean that you have to give up desire. It simply means letting go of your attachment to getting whatever you think is going to make you become permanently happy, fulfilled, or free. And through letting go of attachment, and the entire universe becomes yours. So you desire things and you want things, but you don't attach to them. You're not sitting there waiting for them. You know that the universe will deliver them in perfect time, in perfect order. not on your schedule. The way to this 5D is through allowing this all-loving, accepting, divine, sensual energy to take us in. We don't have to take it. Let it take you. Surrender to it. Allow the people of this planet to love you, care for you, cradle you like a baby. Relax and let yourself be supported by your majesty. Now, we have the power inside of us to let go of whatever we are clinging to. And this is perpetuating the suffering. Clinging, hanging on, attachment is perpetuating constantly for us the suffering. And don't be afraid to be unattached to anything. Spend your time welcoming this magical freedom into your life. This timelessness, this spacious existence is absolutely so liberating. 5D awareness will happen when all attachment to the material world has resigned. This ego of ours is here for one purpose: to melt into the ocean of existence. So dissolve, surrender, be this living state of bliss, and you will transcend any block that comes your way. This is enlightenment. All rivers of thought merged with the ocean of existence. This is the nature of the flow of this life and our true awakening mission. Obstacles are those frightful things we see when we take our eyes off of our goal, kind of more. We are here to have a more enjoyable experience of being human. Breathe, relax, accept the playful freedom that is available here. Play while you're still young at heart. Let go and explore. Imagine this freedom is yours now. You can taste it. Aren't you tired of clinging to these old illusions that make you feel you're separate from an infinite loving source? Choose to be free from your suffering. Just commit to that and play. Enlightenment is all of ours, guaranteed. Enlightenment is all of ours, guaranteed. Practice releasing attachment to all the countless thoughts running in circles in your mind right now. The golden key to learn the quality of trust and surrender, it is to learn this. Embrace and move through every imprisoned feeling that arises inside you through your day. Release it all. Relax into the oceanic experience of your being. Explore what it is like to truly let go of everything and just be. Believe it or not, letting go is easier than you think. It's absolutely easy and effortless. It's always our minds and egos that are holding on to suffering. Simply experience this moment and drop any clinging you have to it. As you continuously rest deeper into the quiet, peaceful, still center in the heart of your being, you'll eventually awaken to the divine being you truly are. The longer you can abide in this center, the faster you'll find yourself manifesting a rich life full of depth, meaning, clarity, love, and abundant with bliss. Release all concern for others' opinions of you. Release all concern of others for others' opinions of you, especially family, friends, coworkers, and people you don't even know. So you are 100% free to speak your greatest truth at any moment of your life. Send love towards every person, place, or thing. Cars, houses, food, every person you see. Give love everywhere you go by opening your heart when you consciously see anything. Be totally honest and true to your every word. Follow through with what you say you are going to do. Always turn your attention to being conscious, present, and welcoming. This experience of your life right now. Choose to connect with the entire infinite universe every day by being very still and meditating from the ever-present pure awareness inside you now. So, if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I am sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do, relax the body. Let everything go. Don't attach to anything. Things come in. The only reason they stick is because we grab them and stick them to us. Let them go. Let them in. Let them flow through you and out of you. The only reason they stay is that when we sit there and we grab them and we hold them and we want them to stay. Because we're used to suffering. So you picture that. Any stress, any anxiety, any fear, any worry, any anger, any hatred, let go. You're the only one that can let it go. There's no one else going to do it for you. It's only you can do it. You just let it go. And see, the more you practice that, the more you'll be able to master it. And that's what we're here to do, is to master it. Discover who and what we are and master it. So all those stresses and tensions and fears and worries and anxieties do not serve any of us the greater good. They never have. I don't think they were designed for us to carry them with us. I think they were designed to make us aware how not to be. So as you do this, the body becomes light. Light as a feather. It isn't thinking, it isn't feeling, it's not, it's just there. Total relaxation. And that's when we move into the now. The now is the space between heartbeats. It is the moment to moment. It is whatever you're doing in this very moment. That's what you're focused on, moment to moment. Not tomorrow, the next day, a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Not 10 years ago, only the now. And the now, the neat thing about being in the now is that we still the mind, we still the ego, we still the subconscious mind. We're not in them, see? We're not participating with them. We're consciously aware that we've stepped outside of them. Now, we're not judging them, but boy, it's the best view to master them is to watch them and to see how they operate. You know, eventually you'll say to yourself, that's the ego. See, it'll just come in. When whatever you're doing in a moment, the ego comes in, and you say, that's the ego. And you say, ego, you're not in charge here. But that's what happens. So part of this journey here is that we master the ego and the mind. Eventually, they know they are not needed. We all have memories. They're great, aren't they? We kind of will go off into the past. We'll wander into the future that doesn't really exist. But we have memories, and some things cause them, for us to go into memories. Anything could be a catalyst for it. Song, conversation with somebody, or being someplace, and we reminisce and we embrace and we enjoy, and that's fun. But some of us will go in that elephant graveyard, that past, right? And it's dank, and it's just everything's dead. There's just nothing alive there. It's dead. But some of us will just stay there and just going over past. And so much so that I don't really think it's conscious for the most part. We bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future from that past, and we relive that past in that future. That's why a lot of people say, they get in, they do things, many different things, but they always seem to end up at the same place. And that's why. Now, some of us will go into the future that doesn't exist, and we're just wandering around, and we're asking ourselves constantly, when is this going to happen? It's like you're focused on it. You want it to happen. You want it to happen now, and it gets frustrating because you're constantly saying, no, this is supposed to happen. It hasn't happened. Why isn't this happening? Why don't I have this great job, or why don't I have this, or why don't I have that? Well, I'm supposed to have this, supposed to have that. I can feel it. You ever done that to yourself? Oh, I can feel it. It's happening. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Right? And then it doesn't, and then you get disappointed, and then, again, we move into the suffering. And all of that is the ego mind. You're in a future that doesn't exist, and then you realize that, and you say, I'm going to create my future in the now. And you put your intent out there, and you're precise, and your best friend universe is right there. Never makes a mistake, remember. Totally perfect. Knows better than you do, than any of us do. And so when you put that intent out there to the universe, you leave it alone. You know inherently through your heart mind that it will be. You don't care when. You aren't concerned about any of that. But you know through not even a smidgen of doubt through your heart mind that now you have moved energy into form. The universe is going to take it from there. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. Really, it doesn't. The test is for you. It is for you. Can you do it? Can you just let go of wondering, saying to yourself, when's this going to happen? I put that out there and it's just not happening. And then we block it. Okay? Because we interfere with our very own intention. And it doesn't come. You ever notice that? There are things that you've moved energy into form. All of us. Now, it doesn't mean that we know it precisely, but we know we have. And then we're not thinking about it at all. And then things just happen. They just come in. They come in on a blink of the eye. And you're not expecting them. You're not focused on them. You just go about your day, but these things show up. We've all had that experience. That's why. Because we intended it. Now, did we do it consciously? Maybe, but we weren't paying attention. We weren't focused on the moment. So we're not sure. So being in the now, moment to moment, space between heartbeats, is our true power. It ends all suffering. It ends all worrying, stressing, fearing, disappointment. But how do we stay in the now? Because we all have, remember, we have these thoughts. Most of them, again, aren't ours. But there's tens of thousands of them 24/7 flooding us. You know, these clouds floating by. You could be focused on something, doing something, and we've all done this too. None of us are exempt. And all of a sudden, we're wandering off. Got these thoughts. They just kind of come in, and we just kind of grab on, and we go for the ride of these thoughts. But it's fun because we say, okay, yeah, I'm wandering off. Here we go. Not a biggie. I'll focus on my breath, and I'll be in the now 3,000% of the time. So when you find yourself wandering, and I don't care what age you are, what your life's about, anything, you will wander in other thoughts. So when that happens, you have a very clear understanding is that I'm going to focus on the now. I'll be in the now, and I'll focus on my breath, and it'll keep me in the now. Your breath is divine positive energy. Soul enters the body, powers up the body. Lungs start operating, organs, blood flow, everything. So then the body starts producing the breath that sustains itself to hold the God within it. So your breath is very divine. It focuses you, relaxes you, eases you, de-stresses you, strengthens you. So that's how you stay in the now, your breath. Now you look at the body. And remember, you're not the body. But you can see the body. You can see everything about it. And you see these energy vortexes, these chakras. They're light. They're wheels of light. 7 of them going through, some concentrate on 9, and we'll just concentrate on the 7. And they're all different colors, and they go from your tailbone to the top of your head. And not many understand them because very few do understand them. But it is where your God force, love, light, energy flows. And they're connected to all your emotions and all your organs and all your blood vessels and everything that body is about. That's where the God flows. It goes up the center of these energy vortexes, these chakras, and it expands out. And it literally affects all of everything that you are in that body. So you can look at it, you look at it from the standpoint of saying, okay, so what do these really do? Well, they allow you, the God, to literally flow through them to know the body. And it's not influencing the body because you are the body. But in reality, you're not the body. Okay? So it's no different that if you look at a vehicle and it's got all these wires, right? And then computers and wires and all that stuff slapped onto it, a combustible engine. Those wires are like arteries that transfer power, right? You're the power that transfers that power and flows through your entire body as the God. And we all know that if you chose to leave that body, it would cease to function. It's like unplugging the battery. The body will not function without you. And people say, what about the clones and stuff? Well, those are biogenerated facsimiles of the original that houses the God. That's all. They're imprints. They don't last long. They're soulless. So you picture yourself as the God flowing through your body, right? So you start with the red one, the red wheel of light, the root chakra. And this deals with the body's survival. Financial, food, all of that. And it's blocked by fear. If you're always in fear, suffering, worried about this, worried about this, worried about this, worried about this, how are you ever going to survive? And then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra. This is our pleasure, sexuality, ease, relaxation. Blocked by guilt. Knowing these things is really important for us to be in total relaxation in the now. Because you're literally, you're running the show. The God runs the show. So we move to the yellow wheel of light, willpower, the sacral chakra. It's blocked by shame. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra. This is our ability to love. And it's blocked by grief. If you're in grief, you're going to have no capability of loving. Then the blue chakra, the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, deals with truth, blocked by lies. And then the indigo wheel of light, third eye chakra, deals with insight. It's blocked by illusion. Can't have insight when you have everything's an illusion. You're moved into the illusion, and you participate with the illusion. And then we go to the violet wheel of light. This is the direct connection to the divine, you. Cosmic energy, blocked by ego attachment. The ego blocks your connection with God. You, the God, see? Ego blocks that. Ego attachment. Material world. So remember that you, all of us, the God, running through these chakras, spreading out and branching into all parts of the body, not missing a thing, not even a smidgen. We flow through this whole body all the time. And we're like, in this energy, like our divine positive energy, our breath, and our God force level light energy flows, and then we go to the top of the head, top of the crown chakra, and that sits there. And we literally can compress ourselves into pure liquid energy and pour ourselves over the pineal gland. The pineal gland connects us to all the particles of existence. Opens up all the gateways. Eventually, civilization will learn how it can be several places at the same time. So you view your pineal gland. How do you see it? How do you see it through your heart, mind, soul, emotion picture? I see it as a green ball, a rosebud, and when I pour the God, you literally saturate your pineal gland, right? The body's pineal gland. And for me, it instantaneously transforms into this massive rose, multicolored petals, and this spectacular fragrance. And it's sending out these massive waves of energy that just soak and saturate and flood them. Head and toe, inside and out. And I discovered that it is the God that I am. I am the rose is me, I am the rose is the God, I am the God. And it fills you, you, all of us, are the deepest of eternal love, the deepest of eternal gratitude, and the deepest of eternal peace. All of us are this. It's not out there. It is us. And the rose reminds us. Or however you see it. It's like these bodies. We know. And more and more of us are recognizing it, that you're not the body. The body carries you. You're the God. You're divine perfection. Doesn't it make a lot more sense that that's how you master the body, know the body, love the body, respect the body? That's why some of the prophets throughout the ages, the body's the temple. Well, it holds the kingdom of God in it. The soul. And the body, the higher self, the spirit, the soul, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind, all of it. The God, the pure consciousness, one. And the soul is the heaven. And the body's the earth. And you are heaven. We all are heaven on this earth. And those of us who are awake, to a certain extent, we know that every step we take, we're creating paradise. Every single step we take, we're creating paradise. And not only that, we've learned that our light, the God force, love, light, energy, we shine outward. We love everything and anything. Thus it is parts of us. So we are creating paradise every step we take, and we are shining our God force, love, light, energy in every direction, 360 degrees, fanning out, saturating, flooding, and soaking all of our brothers and sisters, head to toe, inside and out, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. And this is what we're doing with our life. And it's massively affecting in a very powerful, advancing, upward, ascending energy for each of us into 5D, which is actually discovering of who and what you are, mastering these bodies that we're in. Existing in total peace, love, and gratitude. That's 5D. That's 5D. You really want to know what it is. It isn't a thing. It is your awareness of who and what you are. Now, see, this planet that what we're creating is a God planet paradise. Glows, and that's not from the lighting. That is from the gods that we all are. Now, there are parts of us. Some of the parts of us are asleep. Some are awake. Obviously, in this meditation, we reach out to those parts of us that are awake, consciously aware. So it's like the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. The ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. Both of them, archangels and masters, consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, the archangels, they're a civilization vibrated at a different frequency than we do. That's why we do not see them like we see each other. But we do meet them. We meet them more than we know. And it's not like when we meet them, we know, it's usually after that it dawns on us. And that was an angel. And they always have the same message. It's just that it's delivered in so many different ways. Isn't it spectacular, phenomenal, magna glorious to be alive in these bodies right in this now? That's bliss. That's discovery. Now, they can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area. Now, ascended masters have mastered ascension into physical form and out of physical form. They hold pure consciousness, God form. We are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And the archangels, the ascended masters, and massive numbers, both are with us now consciously. Then we call upon all the galactics, all the off-worlders, all the celestials, yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation. Complete liberation of this planet and her civilization. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. Ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, and the Avian. Many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in the Carillions, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, including all those on this planet, above it, below it, in it. Now, they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, which we've never seen. With these eyes, we only see 1% of what is here on this planet. And their numbers are just almost endless. They're in the trillions. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the Gugaplexes, as actually the numbers are endless, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, Agartha, all these civilizations, yet only those that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, for in this circle of light, complete liberation of this planet and her civilizations. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. And we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance, and we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We all immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This emanates from the God force, love, light, energy within each and every single one of us. We shine our light out. It is so powerful. It saturates, floods, and soaks every single one of us. All of our brothers and sisters, head to toe, inside and out, whether they're awake or asleep. Everything and everything. Unending. It's eternal. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. You feel it through your heart mind. For it is the God that we all are. We begin to ascend above this planet. And we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's like a laser show. It's trillions of multicolored lights flashing vibrantly everywhere. And we zero in on the source of the reflection, where these little tiny micro mirrors, these little etched mirrors, and we enter them, and we discover that all of us, everything and everything, nothing and nothing, we're all students and teachers of each other and ourselves. So we're either teaching or learning. Learning or teaching. Never ends. It's phenomenal. Then you begin to realize even more that we are not separate. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column we created. It reminds us all that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This reminds us all, this is a column we created. And it reminds us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we've created that reminds each and every single one of us that we're imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with an eternal flaming white armor. This is not a knight armor. This is much more. This is etheric energy field created by the God force love light energy within each and every single one of us. And this is such a high frequency of the highest and highest high of deep, pure, eternal love. It cannot be violated. No demon possessions, no attachments, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. They couldn't even exist around us. They would vaporize. They know it. But only you have the power, because they're all waiting, see? Only you have the power that if you lower your vibrational frequency low enough through hatred, anger, fear, greed, envy, anxiety, stress, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flood again. Now, if you do decide to do that, you're immediately met with purple transmuting flame, this column of light that we all created that reminds us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness, the God, where they're no more. They're just vaporized. They're gone permanently. We're then met with a violet ray. This is a column of light that we've created that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies work, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring the highest of the highest high of the vibrational frequencies of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. And we continue to ascend. Some of us step outside our physical forms, float effortlessly above our bodies. And why do we do that? Because we can, if we're carrying physical form. We come in full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than this solar system. It's massive. In the center of the crystal tower is this oblong sphere. It's huge. In the center of the sphere is this golden white ball of light. It is surrounded by numerous vibrantly colored rings of light, all shimmering. And all of this is sending out these massive, penetrating, saturating, flooding, soaking waves of energy. And the golden white ball of light is pure, deep, eternal love. And then comes pure, deep, eternal gratitude, pure, deep, eternal peace, and well-being. Super wealth, super abundance, super prosperity. Gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, tranquility, benevolence. It's endless. It is you. It is all of us. Now, at the top of this crystal light tower, we designed this so the golden ocean can come cascading down 24/7, 360 degrees, as it's doing right now. It is the highest of the highest high of pure, deep, eternal love. And it is flooding everything, everyone, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe, inside out, nonstop. You want to ever check it out during the course of your day or night or morning? Sit still, be. Know that you're not the body. We are all drops of this golden ocean. We all hold the essence of this golden ocean. And the golden ocean is the drops, and the drops are the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at center circle. We all created this sphere over 3 years ago. Hundreds of millions of us on and off world, every day. The highest of the highest high intent of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace Complete liberation of this planet Earth Gaia Arya in this now. Over 1,400 meditations in perpetual motion. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. It doesn't end. You see that, you picture that in your heart mind. Flooding everything. All of that love. All of that intent. Flooding and saturating all life, the highest supreme value universe, on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This is why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. And it expands, and it affects the whole universe. Not just this planet, not just this solar system. It's affecting everything. The frequencies continue to increase. You know it, you can sense it. It's not wishful thinking. The miracles are gathering, and they're getting ready to be released. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. And then said a rich man, "Speak to us of giving." And he answered, "You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. For what are your possessions but things you keep in guard for fear you may need them tomorrow? And tomorrow, what shall tomorrow bring to the overprudent dog burying bones in the trackless sand as he follows the pilgrims to the holy city? And what is fear of need but need itself? Is not dread of thirst when your well is full, the thirst that is unquenchable? There are those who give little of the much which they have, and they give it for recognition, and their hidden desires makes their gifts unwholesome. And there are those who have little and give it all. These are the believers in life and the bounty of life, and their coffer is never empty. There are those who give with joy, and that joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain, and that pain is their baptism. And there are those who give and know not pain in giving, nor do they speak joy, nor give with mindfulness of virtue. They give as in yonder valley the myrtle breathes its fragrance into space. Through the hands of such as these God speaks, and from behind their eyes he smiles upon the earth. It is well to give when asked, but it is better to give unasked, through understanding, and to the open-handed, the search for one who shall receive is joy greater than giving. And is there aught you would withhold? All you have shall someday be given. Therefore give now, that the season of giving may be yours and not your inheritors. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. And we will return here Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation full.